Hello everyone, this is Joe Tucker with Lawpath and the Victorian Government for the rebate. We have just kicked things off now, so I'm just going to wait another couple of minutes while other people come in and all the attendees come in. We've got a pretty packed house today, so let's hope there's room for everyone. Just while we wait on in, it'll be great to hear where everyone is from, what part of Victoria, and what industry you're in. Let us know, and then we'll start kicking this off shortly. Great to see everyone. We're just going to kick this off shortly. Let us know what location you're in, where in Victoria you are. Most people, I imagine, for the Victorian Government grant are going to be in Victoria, and what industry are you in? What kind of service do you offer, or what kind of product have you got? It'd be great to hear from you guys as well, so I can kind of tailor this a little bit more suitable for you. So this is the Lawpath live demo to show you the Victorian Government rebate that they've got going on. So we're going to kick this off in a couple of minutes, and we will get started shortly. Amazing. We've got some people here from the health industry. We've got people here from fitness. We've got some accountants. Great. Welcome, guys. We've also got some technology startups. That's good to hear. Great. We can help all of you. That is not a problem. We're just going to kick things off. We've got some beauty here as well. Welcome, Alex. A couple more minutes just while everyone else joins, and we can get this this demonstration kicked off and ready to rock and roll, and show you how you can take advantage of this grant. Couple more minutes. Great little turnout so far. Good to see everyone. Welcome. We've got people from all over Victoria. We've got Melbourne. We've got Mildura. We've got Geelong. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a few there. Awesome. Great to see. A couple more minutes and we'll kick this thing off. I just don't want to have anyone missing out at the start before we dive on into this Victorian Government grant. A few more minutes. Great. Okay. Well, we can't punish you guys for being early, so let's dive on into this presentation. So, to give you a bit of a background, my name is Joe Tucker. I'm one of the small business consultants here at Lawpath. Lawpath is Australia's largest legal technology company in existence, which is great. So what we've actually done is partnered with the government. The Victorian Government reached out because they've got a government rebate where they're going to help out small to medium businesses kind of get started and kick-started in the new financial year. So let's cover off this slide. Now, I know we're going to have people from all areas of business, all areas, all walks of life, all of that fun stuff, and also people that understand Lawpath and are customers of ours, and also people that are brand new. So I'm going to try and cater to everyone. I'm going to do a bit of a platform demo and then show you how this Victorian Government grant works. So it'll be a bit of a catering to people that already know, and then also catering to people that don't know necessarily the value that we offer just yet. But essentially, why are we here? So we don't really need to dive too much into COVID. We know that it's definitely changed things, being lockdowns all the time, but it's definitely changed the way people interact in business and the way things are going online. We call this digitization. We didn't coin the phrase, it's just what it's called. So what we've actually found, there was a survey done by Xero. It found that 39% of businesses use online professional services. And since COVID has hit, that has jumped up to 52%. Now, the thing is with the economy, it's not all doom and gloom. We're hopefully seeing the tail end of COVID come to its end. But there was a Deloitte Access economic forecast that said Australia is going to grow 4.4% this year, which is sensational, with Victoria being standout performance, bouncing back 5.3%. So that is some great news to be aware of, and it kind of makes you feel a little bit better to know that we've got some good economic outlooks. But what is this government grant? How does it all work? So we've partnered with the Victorian Government grant for this. So the way it works is Dan Andrews have gotten together and they've promised to give $20 million for small to medium businesses to kick off this year and the new financial year, so they can get back on their feet and start using, as this thing has changed, as business has shifted over the past the past year and a bit, we are able to get access to online platforms and make our businesses more efficient. So it's really actually quite, usually grants from the government are quite difficult to deal with. They're hard, they're a high barrier to entry. This one is super easy and super accessible. So the way it works is there is a $1,200 rebate that'll enable small businesses to get access to online platforms. Now, eligibility, this is really all that it requires. It's a super low barrier to entry, as I mentioned. So all you need to do is have held an ABN since September 2019. Be a sole trader or a business, so a PTY Ltd, and operating in Victoria. So if you were a business and is now a company and still have a sole trader from before then you would be eligible. Now, there was also a component that required GST. That is no longer relevant. So don't worry about that. You're actually going to be eligible if you just have your ABN registered before September 2019. Now, in the comments, it would be great to hear, are you guys eligible that are on the call now? Is there eligibility for you? Do you fit the bill of an ABN registered in September 2019, be a sole trader or a small business in Victoria? Those are the three levels of criteria. Great. Okay. Yes. Okay. We've got a couple of yeses. A yes. Fantastic. Good. 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 I'm glad, because it's not always good to see a no. Unfortunately, if you are not eligible, we do have some discounts available for you as well. But we've got a lot of yeses flowing through here, so I'm going to kick this off. So that's the eligibility criteria. So we understand why the government's doing this. Now, how do I actually get it? I'm eligible. How do I actually do it? Super easy as well. So let me just go back a little bit. If you don't know if you're eligible, go to this website, lawpath.com/Vic-program, and we have an ABN checker. Enter your ABN into there, and it will tell you if you're eligible or not. Super easy. So you'll see that here for the ABN. Okay, my internet is playing up, so I'm just going to change that. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, we should be back and ready. Can everyone hear me? Great. Okay. Fantastic. Good, good, good. Okay, let's crack on. So go to this program. I'll post it in the comments there, and you'll be able to check your eligibility. Super easy though. You just need to be having your ABN registered since September 2019, be a small business, and be based in Victoria. How do you apply? Super easy. Check the eligibility for your ABN. Make sure it's registered before then. Now, the way this grant works is you purchase a subscription. You have to buy the plan first. The government's not going to give you the cash to do that. But then what happens is we will send you a link, which will be to the government rebate. So you check your eligibility, you purchase the subscription, we then send you the link, and then you then apply with the rebate. The government's going to say, hey, you inquire, you checked your eligibility for the government. What platforms did you purchase? You give us the invoice, you give them the Lawpath invoice. The government has guaranteed within 6 weeks that you get the funds back. So it's actually guaranteed. What we're finding is a lot of clients are getting their money back within 2, 3, 4 weeks, but it's guaranteed within 6. So we can't promise it won't be, but we can't promise it'll be under 6 weeks, but we can promise it will be before. Sorry, up to 6 weeks, within 6 weeks. So check your eligibility. You're eligible. Fantastic. Purchase the subscription, apply for the rebate, get those funds back. So who shouldn't apply for this? The only people that really shouldn't apply for this plan is if they can't afford $1,200 for the subscription from the 6-week period. If cash flow is incredibly tight, then I wouldn't recommend having that leeway window there if you can't afford that $1,200 window for 6 weeks. If cash flow can support that, then absolutely go wild. It's pretty much free money from the government. So I'm just going to quickly cover off a little bit about Lawpath and then show you how all this platform works and how you can get set up. So who is Lawpath? Why do we exist? What are some of the problems that we're seeing? Well, the legal industry it's a very old traditional way of operating. It's a very expensive process. And what we found here is, as you can see on a little Google, small to medium businesses have said that they spend $7,600 in legal expenses. And you can see why. When I first started at Lawpath nearly 3 years ago, I went to a lawyer and I said, hey, I'm a small business. I need some legal documents to get set up. It's me and a friend. We don't have very much money. Now, this isn't Lawpath, just letting you know, just to be clear on that. This is another provider. So I said, hey, they said, great, you're going to need a shareholders agreement between you and the person that you're dealing with. Hey, you're also going to need website terms and conditions and privacy policy. Hey, and don't forget that you're going to need to have your client agreements in place. And that's 100% correct. You need to have these things in place if you're engaging in business. So the challenge that I have is, why is it $2,200 for one document, then another $2,000, and then another $2,000? So all of a sudden, I've just started a business and I'm $6,000 then plus GST in the hole, and I haven't even earned a cent yet. So that is why Lawpath exists. We use the power of technology and a way to make sure that you can get all your legal services done a lot more efficiently. That is what it's all about. So we have over 200,000 Australian businesses, which is a sensational amount. We can't fit all our reviews on here, but here are some of them. But it gives you a bit of a context of how we add value, right? We've helped this many people. One of the biggest areas that we started to get was, okay, great, we really need all these legal documents. We need documents for our website. We need our structuring documents. We need to hire staff. We need to let staff go. We need part-timers, full-timers, contractors. What about my intellectual property? But what we found is a lot of small businesses actually have a lot of legal questions, a lot of little legal questions that they don't want to spend $1,500 with. Maybe post that in the comment. What kind of legal questions come up for you? The more engagement I get, the more excited I get. So post in what legal questions come up for you. So what we've actually created is a platform for all your legal documents, but also a service that is called the Legal Advice Plan, which is unlimited 30-minute phone calls. Maybe this isn't the best point to show you. Unlimited 30-minute phone calls with a lawyer to discuss any of these commercial business matters that come up. Hey, I don't know. I'm a beauty therapist. I don't know anything about branding and IP. I would love to just sit down with a lawyer for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes and understand how I should be assigning my IP, because IP can only be assigned in writing. What kind of workplace policies do I need? What kind of relationships with customers have I set up? Do I need a services agreement or a service level agreement? What's the terms of trade? You can literally jump on the phone with one of our lawyers within 48 hours and speak to them and cover off any of those legal questions that come up. That is the value of our platform. So what I'll show you here is just a quick snapshot of how that works. No, I won't. I'll show you this here. So for the people that haven't created an account, this is how easy it is. Create a free account, go onto Lawpath, hit sign up. and then it's going to ask you some basic information, and that's going to create your account. You know, let's just John Smith 0452. Perfect. And then Joe Tucker at Hotmail. Great. Set my new password, and this creates you a free account. Let's just let that load. That's going to create that. So now you've got access to the platform, and you'll be able to get started on that. Now, great. When it comes to, okay, so we've already got some questions flowing in about the platform. Great, I'll tick that off. So here is the Lawpath platform. I'll jump into that shortly. I'll just talk about this legal advice plan. The way it works call-wise, you hit lawyer consultation, you hit overview, and here it is. You select the consultation that you need. Hey, I want to talk about my structuring. Should I be setting up a trust, or should I be creating a holding company? Hey, Mr. Lawyer, I've just got a legal document in front of me, and I don't understand what this clause means. Can you talk me through it? Great. Select the consultation. The more information you give, the better. Select a date and time that suits you. Let's say, hey, I want to speak to someone, you know, tomorrow at 3 p.m. You check the calendar, it's available. Great. The lawyer will then call you tomorrow. He'll have that document attached in front of him or her, and he will say, great, yes, well, what that clause means is every time this, I don't know, advertising agency brings a lead in for you, they own the rights to that lead. Do you want that? Well, heck no. No, I'm paying these people for the leads. They don't own the leads. That's mine. Great, cross it out. And then let's look on page 17, you know, this one, and you keep going up to 30 minutes. Now, when it says unlimited, yes, unlimited. You can have as many 30-minute calls with a lawyer that you want. There's no hourly fees. It's on demand, and you get experts in legal that are giving you specific legal advice. It's not general advice, it's specific legal advice. Now, as I said, some customers are well along the path and the journey and have been with Lawpath, been using the platform and getting access to it. For the people that are ready to upgrade now, all you need to do is hit this big upgrade button. Now, we need to remember, what do? We check our ABN eligibility. We then purchase the plan. So you need to purchase the legal advice plan. You then, or the essentials plan, you can purchase either. And then we will send you the link to claim the rebate. And within 6 weeks, those funds will be taken back. Now, what we're doing today for this demonstration, if everyone goes here, hits the upgrade button, I'll show you the prices. Well, the way it works is there's 2 plans. We have the essentials plan. That is access to all 350 legal documents built in here, all the drafting, all the uploads and stores. That's amazing. That's really good. So we've got part-time agreements, full-time contractor, subcontractor, supply agreement, distribution agreements, terms of trade, trust documents, policies for the workplace, drugs and alcohol, COVID policies. There's all the documents you could ever need in your business. The next step up is the legal advice plan. That is unlimited 30-minute phone calls with a lawyer. There's a bit of a difference in price, but obviously you're getting a lawyer on call. Now, the way this grant works is you should maximize. I'm recommending everyone get purchased on the legal advice plan because you're maximizing that grant. It's a $1,200 rebate. You get $1,068 there. So anyone that signs up today on this webinar, I'm going to add on an additional month for free to your subscription. So you would then get 13 months for the price of 12, but then you're rebated by the government back anyway. So again, you purchase the subscription, you apply for the rebate through the link that we send you, and then you get that $1,200 rebated back. Now, I'm going to jump into a platform demonstration, but anyone that is ready to go ahead now, absolutely go wild. You're already familiar with the platform. You already know the value it adds. So I'm just going to go into the platform now. So it's going to ask you some basic questions, just me, choose the area, whatever suits. It doesn't matter too much. These are just kind of questions that give you a bit of an overview, and it starts to build out. We build out the platform based on those questions. So you can see I was interested in raising capital, and it will give you this. Are there any questions before I jump into the demonstration? Great. What's the code? Okay, so if there's no code for getting the free month, any subscription that goes through today, I would add the free month for you. So just go ahead and purchase that. Yeah, go ahead and just purchase the subscription. You'll be able to get access to that, and then you'll see it in your profile that we've added that extra month. Well, this account hasn't got anything set up at the minute, but you'd be able to see it. We'd let you know. Okay, great. Any other questions so far? Pop them in the comments, but that's how easy it is. You purchase the legal advice plan. Now, Joe, I don't know anything about Lawpath. I want to have a little bit of a run through. That's absolutely fine. No problem. Let's do that. So what is Lawpath? Essentially, everyone's familiar with Xero or MyOb, like the accounting softwares, where you go to them every single time you have questions about incoming money, outgoing money. Who do I have to pay next? What are my suppliers owed? What do I owe my suppliers? What do they owe me? Lawpath is pretty much the same thing, but anything on a legal front rather than an accounting front. So this is your one-stop legal shop you go to whenever there's a thing. So we've got a super great technology here around that asks questions. So let's say, I don't know, what is the difference? I'm just starting a business. What's the difference between a contractor and subcontractor? You enter that in, it's going to give you an answer. Now, I would always, so you can see here, we've got like legal guides, contractor versus legal subcontractor. I would always recommend, hey, I'm just hiring a new contractor, Mr. Lawyer. What do I do? You hit set up a call and then you talk to the lawyer about that. That's the value of the legal advice plan. It's unlimited 30-minute phone calls, but you've still got an education setting here. So there was a tech startup that was talking about, that was on here. You're going to need a whole heap of legal documents and you're going to get things thrown at you that you don't understand. Like, what is vesting? Well, you can enter it in here and get a bit of a snapshot overview. We've got all of that information in there. So it's a super valuable platform just purely for the education. But speak to a lawyer. It's always the best way because they're going to give you the right answer. Anyway, let's jump in. So any particular legal questions that people have? Are you hiring staff? Are you letting staff go? That's what this is here for. So if you're just starting up a website, we've got workflows. Now we are building these out. So you'll see like a capital raising one, letting an employee go. But right now we've got hire an employee. So you just go through the checklist, right? You just choose, is it a full-timer, a part-timer, or a casual? Let's go full-timer. Yep, great. You're bringing on a new person. Are they in Australia? Yep, yes, they are. Great. Well, let's call this one, Sean. Let's get Sean on. And what we've got with these workflows is a great checklist of what we need to do. Now, if this is your first hire ever, I would totally recommend reading this book and just the ebook, and then just speaking to the lawyer about anything, asking about how to hire someone. But if you want to invite the candidate to attend the interview, we've got some little things in there that you can send them off, which is great. Organize reference calls. So it's just a bit of a reminder. Now, these are great. These are fun. But the core important stuff is the legal documents, which is what you do need to fill out legally. So you've got in creating an employment agreement, sending it out for e-signature. So we have e-signature built into our platform here as well. So you can actually e-sign all your legal documents as well. So click through, go to My Documents, and you can e-sign any of the documents. You can also upload documents to the platform and e-sign those. We also have a super easy to use employee handbook, which is sensational. That gives you a really good overview of what policies that you need. So that's it. There you go. You're just hiring those people now. Any questions so far about any of that before we jump into the next section? Great. Let me run through the documents as well. So let's go to the document library here. Really useful for a lot of small businesses. We've been operating for 6 to 7 years now. Again, Australia's largest legal technology startup. We are the biggest in the space for this stuff. So out of those 341 documents, I know that not everyone is going to use all of them, but for what you need, they're going to be there. If you get stuck and it's like, hey, I don't know how to find this document. Do you have one? Jump on the live chat. This is all Australian based. So we're based in Australia. The live chat's Australian. We'll give you specific answers. Now, we can't give you legal advice. That's why we have lawyers, but they can kind of guide you around. So you've got support whenever you need it as well. Just coming into the people that have just joined, essentially Victorian Government rebate. They've partnered with us here at Lawpath. They're giving away $1,200 for free for small businesses to get access to affordable legal care. You need to have an ABN registered before September 2019, be a sole trader, and be operating in Victoria. You're eligible, you purchase the plan, we'll send you the link for you to rebate the money, and within 6 weeks you get all that funds returned back, and then you're set up on Lawpath for a full 12 months for all your legals covered. If you want to go ahead with that, you hit the upgrade button, you choose the legal advice plan, you hit get started. That's going to bring up the payment modal. You enter in your payment details there, and that's going to charge your card, and you're going to be then set up for the year, and I'll send you that invoice. What happens next is you get a dedicated account manager. Her name is Leanne. She will run through an onboarding of the platform and show you all the little tips and tricks of the platform. Then what we do is we like to do a discovery call where the lawyer tries to understand a little bit more about your business and help identify any legal gaps that there may be. So they can set up what the next 3, 6, 12 months is going to look like on the legal front. But again, you've got unlimited of those 30-minute calls, so it's entirely up to you. So that's for the people that have just joined. Hit upgrade if you're familiar with it. Sign up to the plan, go wild. Happy to have you on board. If you sign up today, we will be giving you an additional free month for that. And also it's the end of financial year, which is always good as well. So here's our document library. It's kind of like Google. You just enter in you just enter in a word, so a keyword. So let's just have a look here at service, right? What are you doing? Oh, I need a services agreement to supply to a customer. Employment agreement for professional services, service level agreement, services agreement. If you're an accountant, an accounting services agreement is probably going to be the best one for you. If you're a graphic designer, a cleaner, web design, bookkeeper, they're all there. If you're not on this list of these few, that's absolutely fine. We have the services agreement where you enter in the basic information and it gives you what your service is, and it creates that, let's just say a dog walking. Actually, we do. I think we have a dog walking one. Yeah, we do. But any kind of service, you just enter it in and it'll create that for you. Website, let's type in website, right? Website terms and conditions. Is it goods? Are you a marketplace? Do you offer services? Do you have a website disclaimer there? Absolutely fine. Share. This is a big one. These are all the little annoying documents when you make changes to your company. You need to make sure that you've got these set up. For the tech startups that are raising capital, you can jump in there and get all the share vesting agreements, share subscription agreements. We've got non-disclosure agreements if you're raising capital or if you're talking about deals to anyone in any business, right? Anyone that needs a non-disclosure agreement, it's all there. If you're in partnership with someone in your company, you're going to need a shareholders agreement. I feel like I've been talking a lot here. Are there any questions that people have before I jump in? While you're doing that, referral agreements. Everyone refers stuff to other people. That's great. You need to have a relationship set up and making sure that you've got that there. Employ. So you can see here, there are hundreds and hundreds of documents that are going to be useful for you. Employment, part-time, full-time, casual, contractor, pre-employment medical form, pre-employee referral form, fixed term employment agreements. There's been a change in casual conversion to part-time to full-time employment. The casual rates have changed. So we're keeping up to date with things on the legal front, and we're making sure that we keep our documents there ready to go when you need them. If you don't know about this casual conversion, this casual employment change, jump on the phone. We have employment lawyers ready to take calls that are able to cover that off specifically for you. Let me just answer some questions here. Okay, great. So got some questions around the documents and how they kind of fit my business. So another one is supplier agreements. I might jump into that one. That might be a good one to get started. Another one is policies. So I said we've got a lot of policies. So let's have a look at that. We've got hundreds here. So what happens is the way our documents work, look at that, heaps. The way our documents work is we understand that you're not a legal expert, and that's absolutely fine. We're the experts in the legal side of things. You're the expert in your business. So what we generally try and do is get these documents created within five to 10 minutes. So this here is the supplier agreement. If you don't understand if this is the best fit for you, what you do is you hit view details. That is really a quick snapshot of what the document is. So what is a supply agreement? Here, do this if you're doing this. Okay, well, what's included? Well, it's the nature of the service to be performed, placement of orders, insurance, termination, price, confidentiality, KPIs, and reporting. You know what? That's probably not the best one that I want to work on. Let's have a look at another document. Again, speak with a lawyer if you don't know. Terms of where's my trade? Terms of trade. So this might be the document that I am looking for. Let's view the details, check it out there. Absolutely, yes, it is. Great. Well, it's got everything about quotes, orders, variation, invoicing, payments, additional charges, acceptance of goods. Who owns the intellectual property? Agencies and assignment, defaults and termination, exclusions, liability. All of this dispute resolution is all built into this document. So let's just get access to that. Now, I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't actually know if this, if what I should be writing in all these points. That's why we've got this. So when the supplier issued the quote to the customer, how many days is the quote valid for? The quote is valid for 30 days. So this will generally, this kind of document would be attached to your the supplier agreement. The customer must pay an invoice by the supplier. Now you can see this is all the legal jargon here, but it just asks you basic questions and it will give you the document at the end of it. Once the goods are received, what is the storage cost is imposed? And then you just enter that question in. We'll enter this question in. And then basic questions asked, you give the answer, and then it creates a fully set up, ready to go document. What you can see here, this is pre-filled my information. So this is called the magic wand. For you, you want to enter in your basic information just once and that's it. So you set it up and the document will pre-fill your ABN, your ACN, your address, your name, your business name, and it's all good to go. If you don't want to have that, turn it off. That's absolutely fine. Right now, I want to have it on. Boom, done. Now, as you can see, you need to sign up clients, but we can't do that. You know, there's lockdown, there's COVID's changed things. I need to get these people signed up. So what I've realized here, I just need to customize this document. As a part of this legal advice plan, unlimited 30-minute phone calls. So the lawyers can review up to 4 pages of any document that you have. The reason it's 4 pages is because it's unlimited 30-minute calls. And it's 30 minutes, and that's the most amount of pages as a lawyer can review. So if there's any changes you want to add here, business days, goods, intellectual property. Now, I'm not doing anything with intellectual property, so let's just get rid of that. However, I do want to put a clause in here about, you know, termination. Now, I imagine this document already has one there, but put it in there. You can make the changes. It creates it for you. If you see this has got a B here, PPS, Personal Property Securities Act, throw that in there, add another one. It will create C, enter in whatever you want. That is fine. We've got headers and footers. You put your page header, you get the Lawpath logo. Well, you don't get a Lawpath logo. You put your logo on. You make it look pretty. You do whatever you want. Page footers, all of that there. Okay, just seeing if I've got any questions so far. I hope this has been valuable for you. Again, the way it works, Victorian Government grant, giving away $1,200. You need to be having an ABN registered since September 2019. You purchase the subscription. You apply for the rebate. The government will give you $1,200 free. As a part of that, you just go to lawpath.com, create a free account, hit upgrade, and that'll take you to this page to purchase the legal advice. Everyone that purchases today will get an extra 1 month added onto their subscription. You pay the $1,068 today, brings up the payment modal, and then we will send you the link to claim that rebate with the government, and it will come back to you within 6 weeks. You're good to go. Cool. Any more questions? Yeah. So if you have any questions about anything, jump on the call with the lawyer. That's the best part. Now, if you've got a document where you really like the way it's laid out, but you just need to change the customer's name, let's just find the word Joe. No, there's only one Joe. So replace it with Stephen, and then you can just hit replace all. Boom. Now Steve is at the bottom of this document. It works out better when it's, you know, hundreds of Joes throughout there, but you get the point here. So you can edit it, amend it. Now what you can also do is insert tables, footers, bullets. But you can download it into PDF and into Word. We don't mind. It's entirely up to you. But it's really good to have it on the platform there to be edited. Now, this is for a customer. So, hey, Mr. Customer, we're just speaking about this deal. I'm really looking forward to getting started. Are you keen to get started? Yes, yeah, Joe, I am. Great, cool. Check your inbox. I've just sent you this. Let's walk through this agreement together. So, what used to happen is you would send someone a quote or an invoice, and they would say, "Great, I can't wait. This is awesome." You know, you've already got a deal in your head, but they haven't signed anything to get set up. You don't have to do that anymore. Call them up and say, "Great, let's get you set up. Great, let's walk through this. Let's go through all this. If there's any issues, let me know." Boom, boom, boom. "No, I'm happy with this. Let's get set up, started today." Great. Drop your signature in. You can create your own. We have a couple of options. You can do type your signature and it'll create your own. I don't like doing this personally. I prefer the editing, the draw my own. But if you've got one saved, you can also upload one as well. You put that there. We scroll up here. We add text. There you go. What's the witness's name? If there is a witness required. And then you add the date. There you go. So just pretend this is date. If you need to change any, so for instance, here we've got a witness signature, you just hit edit, and it's not Joe at Lawpath, it's Victoria, the admin, right? Whatever it is. If you don't need a witness, speak to your lawyer, and you can, if he says remove it, remove it. Fantastic. And now we've done that. We've just signed our document. Send it, Mr. Customer. Great. Download it. You've then got it in your platform there. Okay. What's happening here? Let's just cover off any questions. So this is going to then go into your account document library. Funny questions coming through. Great. Okay, awesome. You've already joined. Welcome to the team. Good. Fantastic. Already set up. Awesome. Great. For the people that have just signed up, welcome to the team. Great to have you. What you'll be able to do is you would have got sent an automated email. That email is introducing you to your account manager. Schedule a call with her. Go onto the onboarding document and schedule a call with Leanne. She'll walk you through the platform a little bit better than I. She'll show you all the little tips and tricks, and it'll be a lot smoother experience. Now, you would have got sent an automated invoice, automated receipt. That is not what the government wants. The government wants you to go into your profile and download the invoice in here. So you actually need to download the invoice, not the automated receipt, and then give that to them. But that's detailed in another email that we send straight after you sign up as well. Anyway, here is your document library of all the documents that you have stored. So you can see here, I've got all my HR policies set up. You've got all of that built in. We can move and put things in different folders. So as you keep growing, obviously I have a ridiculous amount of documents because I keep doing these demonstrations, and then you can just drag and drop and put them wherever you want. Terms of trade completed, you can see that. You can rename it terms of trade, Sean's business. Now, if you have, the best part about Lawpath, another good part, not the best part, is if you have another business, we're all about entrepreneurs. So if you've got another business set up, we actually don't mind if you use the platform for your other businesses. We don't mind it at all. So if you want to download one document, that's fine with us. If you want to download 1,000 documents, that's absolutely fine as well. We do not penalize you in any way. You get unlimited access to all 300 legal documents built into the platform. Now, one of the things, yes. Oh, great. Welcome to the team, Amit. Great to have you on board. Good. Partner offers. There's a question here about partner offers. What are they? Actually really good. So I'd recommend checking these out. You get access to over $10,000 in partner offers. So what we've tried to do is create a little business in a box type of thing, where a small business is going, well, what's the next step? Well, once you've sorted out your business structuring and you've spoken to a lawyer and you've got a company registered, maybe speak to an accountant and see what you need to do next. You need zero setup. This is a 20% off lifetime discount. So this is, I think, the best value one, 20% lifetime going forward. So in 10 years time, that's a substantial amount of money. Business insurance, bank accounts, Canva's really good for making things look pretty. We've got $3,000 saving with AWS, Squarespace for websites, themes, Google, like G Suite, that's super useful. And then there's other stuff there. So definitely check those out. As a customer, you get access to all of those. Are there any questions about any of the stuff that I've covered off so far? Again, I feel like sorry for the people that have heard this already, but again, there's more people jumping on board. The Victorian Government have partnered with Lawpath. Now, a big thing to realize is that this ends at the end of the month. This ends on the 30th of June, and then there's no more. So the $20 million is until the funds are exhausted. So there's up to $20 million. But if it gets to the end of June, that's great, but this package won't be around anymore. So make sure that you get it done quickly. That's why we're doing these demonstrations. We're getting so many people, we can't actually speak to them all. So it's always good to cover it off, but make sure that you get it done before the end of the month. So I know a lot of people like to put things off and put things off and put things off, but it's not going to be around for very long. So they're giving away $1,200. You need an ABM before September 2019, be operating in Victoria. You then purchase the subscription by going to Lawpath, you create a free account, you go to the dashboard, you hit upgrade, you purchase the legal advice plan, you hit get started. That brings up the payment modal. We then get you in contact with our dedicated account manager, and she'll walk you through the platform. Then you can set up a lawyer discovery call to speak with your lawyer. It's unlimited 30-minute phone calls. Super useful. And again, it's this easy. Set up a call. Now, the things that we can't talk about are personal matters. So like, this is for your commercial business. So like, if your neighbor's tree is hanging over your fence, we can't help you out, unfortunately. It's all about your business. But if you've got 2 or 3 businesses, hey, that's absolutely fine. We can talk about all of them. Let's say it's employment law. Now, my rule in life is ask better questions, get better answers. So the better the question, the better the answer. So we've got a minimum character content there. If you want to talk about a document within your platform, you just select the document that it is. Hey, it's a safe agreement. I want to discuss page 2, 3, 87, and 98. I've got a couple of questions around that. Great, hit next. I want to speak to a lawyer over the coming week, over the coming days. Great, select a time that suits you. The lawyer will then call you at that time and run through that run through that call and the agreement and what you're looking to do. And you get as many of those 30-minute calls as you need. I just will answer a couple more questions here because I know this is a brand new concept. It's something that's a little bit new on the legal front and people don't necessarily understand how it all works. So any questions, just let me know in the comments. Let me know. Let's just have a look at some of the other questions come through. Okay, great. I've got a question here about the documents being kind of printing them out. That's absolutely fine. You can print them out, put them onto PDF. If the person's in the office, go ahead and do it. One of the things to be aware of is that we update these documents. So you can see the last updated thing. So if there's been a change in legislation like there was in employment, like casual employment, if you've printed it out or you've downloaded it onto your device, make sure that you've got the most up-to-date one because we remove the old one and replace it with a new one that's updated when it's needed. So just make sure that when you're doing that. So it's kind of comforting to know, right? Like if you go have a look at trusts, there was a recent change in excluding foreign beneficiaries. We've updated that now. So you're absolutely fine. If you're looking for a discretionary trust, a unit trust, a bare trust, a fixed unit trust, it's all there. Personal matters, wills, powers of attorney, all of that stuff is there as well. Photography agreements, whatever your business is, tech startups, you're looking to do your term sheet, great, it's all term sheet. There it is. You're looking to sell your business, you're looking to raise investment, it's all there as well. Oh, cool. Oh, great to have you. Welcome aboard, Josh. So where do you find your invoice? Good question. So we would have sent an automated receipt to you, but go to your platform here. So where your name is, hit name, my profile, scroll down a little bit to the subscription. You'll see the legal advice plan will be selected. and then you click show invoices. Now my platform is very different to everybody else's because obviously, so I'm not a customer. If you get stuck at all, jump on the live chat. Again, we support you throughout the entire journey. We're all Australian based, and all the questions that you ask are Australian based. So this is our live chat. When you need to book a call, we always recommend doing the onboarding first so you can speak to your account manager. She'll set you up, and then you can book that discovery call with the lawyers to take advantage. Now, again, this Victorian Government grant is $1,200 and it ends at the end of the month. So this is not a time to be messing around. Like, get set up as soon as possible because it is getting incredibly busy, and it's free from the government. So it's only fair that they do something to help small businesses out after what they've kind of put us all through. I'll answer a couple more questions, and I think that is pretty much it. I think I've covered everything, but if you do get any questions, jump on that live chat. Okay, happy to cover it off. Any other questions? Okay, and one of them, good one. Yep, quality of the lawyers. Now I need to go into this account here to show you that. So the way it works is you get dedicated lawyers that are experts in a particular field here. These are not just graduates or interns that are giving these calls. This is real lawyers with real legal indemnity insurance that are giving you specific legal advice. Unlimited 30-minute calls. So if you are having a question about employment, you'll get the employment lawyer, right? You'll get assigned the employment lawyer. You can build a relationship with them, but then when you ask about capital raising, you'll get our capital raising lawyer, and they will then talk to you about that. If you get a clause, a contracting clause about clauses in agreements, we'll assign it out to the right lawyer. So rather than going narrow and shallow, where you have an understanding of a few legal things, we've gone narrow and deep. Was it wide and anyway, we go really deep in expertise. So this guy here, Damon Murdoch, is an absolute expert in intellectual property assignment. So he would be the one to chat to when it comes to IP assignment and structuring, and he's actually really good in employment as well. But we've got other employment lawyers that we would assign as well. So any kind of commercial business question that comes up, you select a time that suits. If you're in love with this and this is the best thing ever, subscribe to the platform, hit upgrade, hit get started. That's going to give you the payment. You enter the payment in. The government then rebates the full 1,068 back to you, and you then set up with Lawpath for a full 12 months. So any more questions? Looks like I've covered everything, which is a good thing. I appreciate you guys taking the time to run through this with me. If you do get any questions, let us know. But great to have everyone on board. How many? Oh gosh, okay. Leanne's got a couple of, she's got a good few calls to be making, but welcome aboard everyone. And as I said, we'll give you a free month, and also that it's all rebated back by the government. So great to have you on board. Appreciate it. Have a good day.